Nothing is more confusing than a woman who clearly feels something for you, but keeps it just under the surface. Most men miss this and only realize it months later when the window has closed. As a woman, I've been on the side of wanting a man physically and doing everything except spelling it out. You've probably replayed her mixed signals, wondering if you imagined it. You didn't. There are specific things we do when we want you, but need you to lead. Once you see these, you won't unsee them. Before we get into that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all our videos. 1. She quietly rearranges the space to be closer to you. You're at a bar with friends, leaning against a high table, and you notice she keeps shifting things around you. Most men think she's just tidying, but watch where everything ends up. Your drink gets nudged closer to her side. She moves her bag so there's suddenly room for you to stand between her and the wall. She slides over to give people space, but somehow that space is exactly where your shoulder could be. You're not the guy who ignores this anymore. Next time, don't freeze. Step into the space she's creating and hold your ground there. Say something simple like, "Is this my spot now?" with a small smile. If she stays close instead of backing off, that tells you she was never rearranging furniture. She was rearranging distance. And what she does next will make the next sign even easier to spot. 2. She zeroes in on your body's comfort without you mentioning it. You're in a grocery store line with her after work, both a little tired. You don't say you're sore or hungry or drained, but she's watching. She notices you shifting your weight, rolling your shoulders, rubbing your neck. Most men think she's just being nice when she suddenly says, "Hey, let's swap. You stand by the wall, it's less drafty." Or, "You look wrecked. You need something more filling than that." She's scanning your body like it's a dashboard, catching every tiny warning light. What she won't say out loud is, "I want this body rested when it's near mine." Her focus on your comfort isn't random. It's how she gets close without crossing an obvious line. You'll catch yourself thinking, why does she care this much? That question alone is your clue. You're not someone who shrugs this off anymore. This is where you soften your tone and let her care land. Even a small, "That actually helps, thank you," tells her attention isn't wasted on you. So instead of brushing it off with, "I'm fine," lean into it. Say, "You always notice when my body's off, don't you?" And hold eye contact for a second longer than usual. Let a small pause sit there. If she doesn't look away, you'll see how this comfort check connects directly to what she does when you're finally sitting down together somewhere quieter. And that quieter moment is where the next shift in her body language will really show. 3. She keeps track of when you'll be free and alone. You're on the couch at a friend's place, movie playing, people drifting in and out of the room. You mention offhand, "I've got a quiet weekend coming up finally," and keep talking. Most men forget they ever said it. She doesn't. Days later, she texts, "Wait, weren't you free Saturday night?" Or casually asks, "So, still on for that nothing planned evening?" She's not just remembering your schedule. She's mapping out when your body won't belong to work, family, or anyone else. Inside, it sounds like, when is he relaxed enough that being near him feels easy, not rushed? She might suggest something that sounds harmless on the surface. "We could just chill at yours after." Or, "I'll swing by, it's on my way." You're someone who now sees the difference between logistics and interest. When she orbits your free, alone time like this, respond with something that gives the moment weight. Try, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind you stealing some of that quiet time," and say it slowly. You'll notice your mind wanting to downplay it, to joke it away so you don't risk misreading her. Don't. The cost of pretending you didn't hear the invitation is simple. The moment dies, and so does a lot of her courage. Instead, let a beat of silence sit after you say it, and watch her eyes. If she leans in even slightly or changes how she sits around you next time, that quiet weekend was never about the weekend. It was about creating the kind of closeness that the next subtle sign builds on. While you're here, if you're planning to actually use this instead of just nodding along, drop "apply" in the comments. That's how I know who's turning information into skill. 4. Her energy changes the second someone else touches you. You're leaving a meeting, walking down the hallway, and a female coworker briefly taps your arm as she laughs at something you said. Watch the woman you're wondering about. Most men focus on the person touching them and miss the storm across the other woman's face. Her voice goes flatter. She drifts a step closer. She suddenly needs to walk out with you too. You're not someone who ignores that shift now. Stay present. Ask, "You heading out as well?" And notice if she matches your pace tighter than before. That reaction to someone else's touch connects to how she behaves when you're alone, and there's no excuse for closeness. 5. She creates little reasons to see more of your body. She starts sending you memes about outfits, gym progress, or bad haircut jokes, and then follows with, "Show me, I need proof." Most men think she's just teasing, But why is she pushing for photos that show your shoulders, your chest, how you fill out a t-shirt? Notice this happening right after you mention a quiet night in. You're not the guy who sends a blurry selfie and moves on now. Send a photo and add, "Happy now?" with a relaxed grin. If she asks for one more or zooms in on details, that curiosity about your body on screen connects to what she's quietly preparing for when you're together. 6. She lets accidental touches last a beat too long. You're at the gym, both standing by the water fountain. Your hands brush as you swap places, or her hip bumps yours when you're both reaching for towels. Most men write it off as clumsy coincidence and look away fast. You feel the contact and your brain screams, "Don't be weird," so you pretend it didn't happen, but she doesn't yank herself back. Her hand stays resting on your forearm that extra second. Her knee still touches your leg while she finishes her sentence. You're not someone who panics and jerks away now. The worst thing you can do in that moment is act like her body is radioactive. Instead, stay exactly where you are and let your body show you're comfortable. You can even smile and say, "You're going to knock me over if you keep bumping me like that," light and playful. If she laughs and doesn't move, that tiny accident just turned into an invitation that will make her next form of closeness much bolder. 7. She matches her pace to yours instead of where she was going. You leave a cafe together and head down the street. She was walking fast, in a rush. But as you talk, she quietly slows until her steps line up with yours. Most men don't see this. They're focused on the conversation, not the rhythm. Notice how close her arm is to yours, how often your hands almost touch. You're not the guy who lets that alignment slide now. Match her slow pace, don't speed up. Say, "We've accidentally synced up here," with a soft laugh. If she smiles and stays beside you instead of breaking away at the first turn, you'll know this walk wasn't about distance. 8. She talks about your scent like it just slipped out. You're at your desk, leaning over her screen to help with something. You've been there a million times, but today she inhales slightly before she speaks. Then it comes out, "You always smell good," or "I can tell when you've walked past." Most men laugh it off or throw a joke back. Let me be direct here. Women don't comment on a man's scent by accident. Smell is about closeness, memory, and what it feels like when your body is right there. You're not someone who shrinks away from that now. Stay close for a second instead of jumping back. Say, "Is that your polite way of saying I have a brand?" with a small smile. Notice if she leans in again or keeps finding reasons to stand where your t-shirt or hoodie holds your scent. That "it just slipped out" line is usually the first step toward how she starts treating your things when you're not even wearing them. 9. She treats your things like a soft trial run of your body. You're at a house party, standing in the kitchen, and you toss your hoodie over a chair. A little later, you notice she's wearing it because it was cold, or absent-mindedly running her fingers along the sleeve while she talks to someone else. Most men see this as cute or random. But remember what we talked about with scent. If she's pulling fabric that smells like you over her body, she's testing what it feels like to be wrapped in you without actually crossing that line yet. Inside, her thoughts sound like, "This is his, but it's touching me," and "Do I feel safe in this?" She might roll the sleeves, tug it tighter around her, or casually ask, "You mind if I hang on to this?" You're not someone who grabs it back or makes it awkward. The gentle consequence of blowing this off is simple. She'll feel silly and retreat, and that little bridge between your bodies disappears. Instead, make it easy. Say, "Looks better on you anyway, keep it for now," even if you plan to get it back later. Watch how carefully she folds it when she takes it off, or how slowly she hands it back. That carefulness with your clothes is the same energy that shows up somewhere even more revealing very soon, where her eyes land when the air between you gets heavy. Once you see that, you'll never read her gaze the same way again. 10. Her eyes move from your eyes to your mouth at the heaviest moments. You're standing outside after an evening together, maybe leaning against your car or a low wall. It's late, the street is quieter, the air feels thicker. You're talking about something that matters a little more than usual, and you feel the moment slow down. Most men get lost in their own nerves here and stop seeing her. Watch what her eyes do. They hold your gaze, then flick down to your mouth, then back up, like she's checking a door she isn't sure she's allowed to open. Stay with me here, because this is where most men check out and joke the moment away. Inside, her thoughts sound like, "If I look again, will he get it?" And "Please don't make me be the one to close this gap." You're not someone who kills that tension anymore. The quiet consequence of pretending you didn't notice is that she'll tell herself she imagined the whole thing and start dialing her desire back. Instead, let the silence hang for a couple of seconds. Keep your body facing hers. You can say something low and steady like, "You just looked at my mouth," with a half smile, not an accusation. If she laughs, blushes, or bites her lip and doesn't step away, she's already made her choice about you physically. This is the moment where everything you've seen so far starts lining up, and what you do from here is what the rest of this really builds toward. 11. She steers normal conversations toward what it feels like to be in your body. You're on her sofa after a long day, half watching a show, half talking. You mention you slept badly and move on. Most people leave it there. She doesn't. She asks, "So what actually happens when you don't sleep? Do your shoulders lock up? Do you get headaches?" Then later, "What does leg day feel like the next morning?" She's not asking for data. She's asking for a guided tour of your body from the inside. You're not someone who laughs that off anymore. When she keeps nudging the talk toward how it feels to live in your skin, that's her imagination wrapping around you. Instead of shrugging, slow down. Say, "Honestly, my back's a mess here," and physically gesture or lightly touch the spot as you describe it. Notice if her eyes follow your hand, because if she's listening that closely to descriptions, she's already wondering what it's like when you're right up against her. 12. She seems more interested in the after plan than the actual plan. You're in the group chat sorting plans. Everyone else talks about where to go and what time to meet. She keeps circling one thing. "So what are you doing after?" Most men treat that as small talk. It isn't. You're not someone who shrugs that off anymore. She's looking for a pocket of time where it's just you. When she asks, answer the question she's asking. Try. "Honestly, nothing locked in. I could be persuaded not to go straight home," and leave it there. If she suggests one more drink or "we could chill somewhere quieter," you've just been handed one of the clearest windows you'll ever get. 13. She physically slows you down when you're about to leave. You're standing by the door putting your jacket on, ready to go. Most men switch into autopilot here, already mentally outside. Watch what she does. She suddenly remembers one more thing, steps into your path, or briefly catches your wrist as she asks a question that could have waited. You're not someone who powers through that anymore. Pause. Let yourself be stopped. Look at her and say, half playful, "Are you trying to keep me here?" If she smiles, doesn't move, or takes a tiny step closer instead of back, that one more thing wasn't about the topic. It was about your body staying in the room. 14. She starts fixing herself right after you adjust something. You catch your reflection in a window and quickly fix your hair or straighten your shirt. Most men never notice what she does next. Within seconds, she's adjusting her top, checking her lip gloss, smoothing her skirt. Not dramatically, just enough to feel like she's matching you. You're not someone who ignores that echo anymore. Just like when she quietly rearranged space around you earlier, she's getting her body ready to sit next to yours. You can smile and say, "We both just did the same thing," and hold her eyes. If she blushes but keeps going, she's not fixing herself for the room. She's fixing herself for you. 15. Her messages shift from plans to how those moments will feel physically. Scroll back through your chats with her. At first, it's logistics. Where, when, who else is coming? Then something changes. She starts saying things like, "It'll be nice to finally just crash on a sofa," or "I can't wait to be out of these heels with a drink in my hand." Most men skim past that, but she's not describing the event anymore. She's describing what her body will feel like next to yours. You're not someone who keeps replying with pure scheduling now. When she leans into the physical feeling of being around you, meet her there. Text back, "Yeah, I'm ready for a night where we actually get to relax next to each other," or "My couch is dangerously comfortable, you know." What happens next decides whether this stays friendly chatter or becomes something real. If she keeps building on that comfort, she's already picturing where your body fits in. 16. She doesn't say no to physical jokes, she edits them. You're with friends and someone teases, "You two should just cuddle already," or "Look at you standing so close." Most men panic and shut it down or overcompensate with, "No way, we're just friends." Watch her instead. If she wanted out, she'd kill it instantly. But if she laughs and says something like, "He'd complain I'm too cold," or "He'd fall asleep in 2 minutes," she isn't rejecting the picture. She's tweaking the details. You're not someone who joins in on rejecting yourself anymore. This is your chance to show you're not scared of the idea of your bodies touching. Keep it light but steady. You can say, "I think I'd survive," with a calm smile. Most guys either get flustered or go crude here. You don't. And that calm confidence is exactly what she's testing before she lets things move any closer. 17. She sets up tiny challenges that require your hands on her. You're cooking together in a cramped kitchen, or playing pool, or trying a new class. Suddenly she can't reach a jar, doesn't know how to hold the cue, or needs help tying the back of her dress. Most men treat this like a task and rush through it, but she has friends, chairs, and YouTube for practical help. She chose you, in that moment, to be the solution involving your hands on her. You're not someone who fumbles and apologizes your way through now. Step in calmly. Close enough to help, not so close you crowd. Say, "Here, Come a little closer, it's easier, and guide the movement slowly. Notice if she stays in your space even after the problem is solved. If you yank your hands away like you've touched something forbidden, she'll feel foolish for asking. If you stay steady and relaxed, you show her her body is safe with you. And that's exactly what she needed to know before she goes further. 18. She uses your body as a quiet shield without asking. You're at a crowded concert, night market, or festival. Noise everywhere, people brushing past. Most men only notice their own discomfort. Watch what she does. At first, she's beside you. Then, slowly, she drifts so she's standing just in front of you, tucked into the space your body creates. Your chest is near her back. Your arm naturally forms a barrier against the crowd. She didn't ask, "Can you protect me?" Her body just moved you into that role. Inside, it sounds like, "I feel safer here," and "This is where I want his body compared to mine." She might reach back and lightly hold your forearm when someone pushes past, or lean back against you during a louder song. Most people will tell you this is just about safety. That's partly true. But she wouldn't choose every guy in that crowd as her human shield. She chose you. You're not someone who stiffens up and stands like a mannequin now. You adjust to make her safer. Gently angle yourself so you're between her and the chaos. If things are already warm between you, resting a steady hand on the small of her back or her hip while you say, "I've got you," can be powerful. If she relaxes into you instead of stepping away, understand this. She's already answered the question of whether she wants your body around hers. The only question left is whether you're going to stay asleep to that or not. 19. Her voice and breathing shift the moment the gap between you shrinks. You're in a parked car after an evening together, or standing in a quiet hallway waiting for your rides. The world has finally gone still. You both lean in to look at something on your phone, or the space just naturally closes. Most men get so focused on what they're saying that they stop noticing her body. You won't. Listen to her voice. It drops half a level. Her sentences get shorter. You see her swallow, then take a slightly deeper breath. Inside, part of her is thinking, "Can he feel this too?" And, "Please don't make me spell this out." Remember earlier when her eyes kept flicking to your mouth? This is that moment turned up a notch. Her body has already stepped into the possibility. She's waiting to see if yours joins it or retreats. If you suddenly joke, pull away, or start a totally new topic, she'll take that as an answer, even if you didn't mean it that way. You're not someone who runs from that charge anymore. Let yourself notice it instead of pretending it's not there. Keep your body where it is. Slow your own voice down. You can say something simple like, "We're very close right now," or even just, "You feel different when it's this quiet," and let the words hang. If she holds your gaze, bites her lip, or doesn't step back, that's not confusion. That's clarity waiting for you to meet it. 20. She remembers tiny physical details you never pointed out. You're weeks or months down the line, maybe on a walk or curled up talking late. Out of nowhere, she says, "Your forearm vein always pops when you're focused," or "You looked unfairly good in that gray hoodie," or "You smell different after the gym, but in a good way." Most men smile and move on, but think about it. You never highlighted those details. She noticed, stored them, and brought them back because your body has become a reference point in her mind. You're not someone who shrugs that kind of memory off anymore. This is where you let her know you've finally caught up. You can smile and say, "You've been quietly studying me, haven't you?" in a warm tone, not accusing. If she laughs and doesn't deny it, that's your confirmation. All the rearranged space, the touches, the closeness, it wasn't random. It was her way of asking, "Can you see what I'm already feeling?" Now you can. Think of one woman in your life whose behavior suddenly makes more sense. The next time you're with her and notice even one of these signals, don't rush past it. Pause. Let your body stay where it naturally wants to be. Say something that shows you see it, like, "I like it when you're this close," and watch what happens. You're no longer the guy who misses these shifts and only understands them months later. You see them now. That confusing mix of closeness and distance from the beginning doesn't have to stay a mystery. Up next, discover what girls do to turn you on, or learn how to spot the strongest signs of sexual tension. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.